We have this spare one because this is a fast curing one. I mean the temperature is around, let's say, 20 degree. The curing time will be around 45 minutes. I mean it's a very, after 45 minutes you can load it, you can put the structure on it. Yeah.
That's only for HY200?
Yeah, that one is fast curing, but depending on the temperature of the working environment, the curing time can be different. But I can send you the table. It's quite easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is where you place the mixer.
Chemical fixings.
Yeah. Now then we will come back to this after. And the next one is now for the chemical. We will be using 18 mil, but the anchor is 16 mil. Again, the battery. For chemical anchors, dust cleaning is highly important. When you finish the operation, you can. There are 3 types of dust cleaning. That one is the manual. What you need to do is, according to the European technical approval, 4-time pump, 4-time steel brush, and 4 times pump. With the normal automatic cleaning, let's say, you can use a pressurized air. Depends on the, of course, the diameter and the depth. After a certain diameter you can't use that one, but for your case you can use the manual cleaning. I don't have the steel brush, but it is quite important to clean the inner surface of the hole. I will just pretend like we are doing it. And then the most important part. I assume everything is clean and properly the dust removed. Now the volume. We have an application called Hilti volume calculator. It is like on Google or Apple Store. It will. Let me just open it. You can download it. It is free. And what you need to do in order to understand the volume of chemical needed per each hole, it's quite straightforward. When you log in, it will ask you what is your base material, concrete, which type of chemical you're using. There are tons of different, but for your case it is HY200. Which type of anchor rod you're using. It is quite straightforward. It is normal threaded rod.
Did you find that in Google?
Google or Apple Store.
Okay.
Whichever platform you use, it is available. And the diameter M16, and the embedment depth, let's assume it will be 125. And it's asking what is the diameter of the drill bit, 18 mil. And how many holes? Let's say
10.
Let's say 10. And it is saying you, for example, for 10 holes, all you need is just one piece of cartridge.
One.
Yeah, one. And it is giving you here the volume.
Yeah,
It is saying you, it's quite straightforward. Set it to setting 2.
Yeah.
Here, setting 2, and 2 more click. It is setting 2. You heard the noise. It's very sensitive. And the best part is that tool. Now I won't talk about that.
What's the name of the app?
Hilti volume calculator. Volume. Yeah. Yeah. It is giving 3. Now for your scenario, it is saying set it to 3 and plus 1 click. Yeah. Now that's ready. Our hole is ready. And what we need to do now, we need to start having the perfect mix. As I mentioned, there are 2 components for that chemical resin. What we need to do, we need to get a perfect mix. What we need to do now, first we need to start injecting the chemical. First go to the infinite, that one is infinite, means whenever you press the button
stop.
it will,
It
yeah,
just keeps
it won't
going,
stop. What we need to do, set it here, and it's like a piston. There is a button here to move the piston manually. Press it, and now it is touching to the bottom of the cartridge. What we need now, we need to discard first 3 strokes in order to get the perfect mix, because there is some like mixing oils which we don't want to use, which will have a negative impact on the anchor performance. Yeah, you heard the noise.
Yeah.
It means now there is a gap here, and as you observe, when I remove my finger from the trigger, the piston moves back to prevent any leakage and any waste. Now we will observe the moving, the fluid is moving now inside of the mixer. Yeah, it's now has a proper mix from the color you can understand. And what I'm doing now, according to my application, it was saying 3.2 click. And what you need to do, you just need to keep pressing the button of the dispenser. You don't need to worry about, because it will fill the gap according to your settings, and it will be enough for your hole, and you will be eliminating all the waste. What you need to do is just moving the dispenser upwards while injecting it, just to avoid any air gap or anything. And when you're finished, the edge part will look downward,
Okay.
because you will have that
Yeah.
proper for the setting. Yeah. And what you need to do is turn it, press it, and turn it, press it, just to have a
So yeah, it goes everywhere.
proper bonding
Yeah.
between the thread and the chemical. Yeah, we did a bit excessive, because the depth on our app was not same. I'll just select them randomly. And when you apply that in, let's say, I will also send you the table, but in 7 minutes you can make fine adjustments, but in 7 minutes.
Okay.
After the 7 minutes, you don't have any working ability here. It will start curing and it will get stiffer and rigid.
Yeah.
And after 45 minutes, let's say,
Then you
if the
can,
weather is there
yeah.
between 10 degree and 20 degree, it will cure totally, and you can get rid of this excessive part with a normal hammer or whatever, without damaging the anchor, and place your base plate and
Start the job.
yeah, put the nut and tighten it, and it's good.
Did the trigger, when you were triggering did it automatically stop, or
Yeah.
you stop it yourself?
Let me show you. This is now,
You set it, yeah? When you
yeah,
set it, it
set,
stops.
let's say
Yeah.
2, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now I'm pressing. My finger is still on the trigger,
But it stops.
but according to that setting, it is over.
Ah, it stopped.
Yeah.
So it avoid waste.
Yeah, exactly. and you don't see any dripping.
Okay.
Because the piston is moving backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Any questions?